Dean, congratulations. 2 wins tonight. And thought process, album of the year, thought process behind that whole album. How did Dirt come to be?
Man, it was tough because Trail was a big record for me. And sometimes as a songwriter, you feel like the well might be done. And so when I started writing for Dirt, it was challenging. Like, how am I going to outdo this album of the year last year? And so I had to just forget about Trail in Life and just start writing again like I used to. And kind of put that last record behind me and just wrote it. And Matt produced it, and we sat back after it was done. We were just really happy with how it turned out.
And nowadays, today's sort of the era of singles, EPs and stuff. Full albums are getting rarer and rarer. The writing process behind an album like that, is there a particular headspace you get into, or a particular inspiration form? I know you told me a little bit about the Dirt Road Scholar story, about how you came up with that concept. How does that work? How does writing an album in that sense?
Yeah, inspiration is tough. Like, it's funny. Like when it comes to singing, it's like I can sing anytime. I can grab a guitar and sing. But writing is such a weird thing. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And that's what makes it so freaky. Is you feel like, man, is that well going to run dry?
Yeah.
And so I try and find inspiration from different places. Like a lot of guys will write just from their own personal experience, but I find other people fascinating. I find their stories fascinating. And a lot of times I'll try and tell that, put myself in their shoes and try and tell from their point of view.
Congratulations, Dean, Album Graphics of the Year winner as well, for a great album cover. Talk about the photo shoot for that.
Yeah. We were in the desert just outside of Vegas, and it looks warm, but it was freezing. I don't know if Jill's here or not, but she took the picture. And it was so cold, my hands were like purple. And I think they had to Photoshop a little bit of color in the fingers, but it was so cold, it was painful at one point, and I was like, did you got it yet? And I said, yeah, I think we got it. But yeah, it turned out cool, and it was one of the ideas that we just kind of did at the end. We said, let's just try this dirt thing, and it turned out.
2 awards, opening the show, it was like the Dean Brody extravaganza. What does it feel like to have this kind of attention around you right now?
It's kind of weird for me, because I'm a pretty quiet person, and I started this whole thing to be a songwriter. I actually moved to Nashville to be a songwriter, and the whole artist thing just kind of evolved from being in Nashville and writing songs, and people were like, man, it doesn't sound too bad when you sing, maybe you should record them, and one thing led to the next, and so to be in the spotlight and stuff is really, I'm getting more used to it, but it's always a little uncomfortable for me.
Today specifically?
Yeah, specifically today.
Yeah, like how does it feel to take all this work on?
It's awesome, and one of the biggest reasons I feel like my team is just, they're just awesome. I love my team, the people that are working with me and for me, and they're passionate about music, and they love music, and they love the business, and I'm just really lucky to work with this group of people, and so to win the awards, I feel like they're not just for me, they're for them, and I see joy in their face when we win an award and stuff, so I really actually love it. It's cool.
2 parts, Dean. Number 1, do your kids think you're a big superstar? Yes. And 2, how does it feel to have Alan Doyle present you the award after shooting the video with him last week?
Yeah. My kids don't think I'm a star at all. I walk around the house in pajamas and sweatpants and, a tank top, so they have no idea. They kind of have an idea. Isaac's getting, the picture now. He gets teased in school and stuff. The girls in the older grades coming up to him. But, yeah, and with Alan, both Alan Hocko and Alan Doyle presenting those awards was awesome. I just met Alan last week. It's funny, like, we collaborated on a song called It's Friday, but he did all the work up in this Newfoundland studio. And so I met him last weekend, we shot the video, and he's a fun guy. I mean, you can't help but like Alan Doyle and the guys at Great Big Sea.
Awesome.
There's been a lot of collaborations in countries that are kind of imitating with rap music and stuff. Have you ever considered doing something like that?
No. I cannot rap. And, I just don't see how a rap song would fit into but reggae, maybe. I'm going to try reggae. The thing is, I'm really ADD when it comes to songwriting. I enjoy different stuff. Like, at home, I don't actually exclusively listen to country music. I listen to, like, jazz and reggae, and I love it all. So.
What about collaborating with the rap artist?
Drake.
Do you work for a rap artist? Okay, yeah. DJ Jeff, that'd be good.
I'm sure you know all the words of the Fresh Prince theme song, everybody else in here, right?
Man, I love that. That was awesome. Nightmare on My Street, you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm dating
Yeah.
myself, right?
Yes.
And parents just don't understand.
Yeah.
We've got to wrap things up here, but once again, congratulations, Album of the Year, Male Artist of the Year, and the Best Album Artwork, Dean Brody.
Thanks, Pat. Thank you.